Whatever you are, be a good one. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. Life is hard, but so very beautiful. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. It is not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Every man's happiness is his own responsibility. I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. Nothing will divert me from my purpose. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new after all. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. Folks are usually about as happy as they make their minds up to be. You cannot fail unless you quit. Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends? You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. I walk slowly, but never backwards. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. Character is like a tree and reputation its shadow. The shadow is what we think it is, and the tree is the real thing. Be with a leader when he is right. Stay with him when he is still right, but leave him when he is wrong. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. Teach the children so it will not be necessary to teach the adults. I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to what light I have. Don't worry when you are not recognized, but strive to be worthy of recognition. Get books, sit yourself down anywhere, and go to reading them yourself. I laugh because I must not cry. That is all. That is all. You have to do your own growing, no matter how tall your grandfather was. I am not concerned that you have fallen. I am concerned that you arise. The better part of one's life consists of his friendships. My best friend is a person who will give me a book I have not read. He has a right to criticize, who has a heart to help. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. You cannot help people permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves. Nothing valuable can be lost by taking time. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. A house divided against itself cannot stand. If I were two-faced, would I be wearing this one? Achievement has no color. To ease another's heartache is to forget one's own. It has been my experience that folks who have no vices have very few virtues. I don't know who my grandfather was. I am much more concerned to know what his grandson will be. There are no bad pictures. That's just how your face looks sometimes. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. Behind the cloud, the sun is still shining. A noble spirit embiggens the smallest man. I believe the Bible is the best gift God has ever given to man. It's not me who can't keep a secret. It's the people I tell that can't. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. Tact, the ability to describe others as they see themselves. I am in favor of animal rights as well as human rights. That is the way of a whole human being. It is difficult to make a man miserable while he feels worthy of himself and claims kindred to the great God who made him. If this country is ever demoralized, it will come from trying to live without work. Democracy is government of, by, and for the people. Next to creating a life, the finest thing a man can do is save one. Our government rests in public opinion. Whoever can change public opinion can change the government practically just so much. If you trust, you will be disappointed occasionally, but if you mistrust, you will be miserable all the time. Stand with anyone that is right. Stand with him while he is right, and part with him when he goes wrong. The blessing always comes back to the door of the author. Study the Constitution. Let it be preached from the pulpit, proclaimed in legislatures, and enforced in courts of justice. If you love something, set it free. Leave nothing for tomorrow which can be done today. I care not for a man's religion, whose dog and cat are not the better for it. The strongest bond of human sympathy outside the family relation should be one uniting working people of all nations and tongues and kindreds. God bless the soldiers and seamen with all their brave commanders. Those who are ready to sacrifice freedom for security ultimately will lose both. The world is agreed that labor is the source from which human wants are mainly supplied. There is no dispute upon this point. If you have never failed, you have never lived. Nothing in this world is impossible to a willing heart. No man is poor who has a godly mother. When arguing with a fool, make sure the opponent isn't doing the exact same thing. Don't criticize them. They are just what we would be under similar circumstances. Every man is born an original, but sadly, most men die copies. Thus let bygones be bygones. Let past differences as nothing be. Truth is generally the best vindication against slander. Let no feeling of discouragement prey upon you, and in the end, you are sure to succeed. It often requires more courage to dare to do right than to fear to do wrong. It is not the qualified voters, but the qualified voters who choose to vote that constitute political power. The will of God prevails. Everybody likes a compliment. History is not history unless it is the truth. Education does not mean teaching people what they do not know. It means teaching them to behave as they do not behave. I remember my mother's prayers, and they have always followed me. They have clung to me all my life. A new book is like a friend that I have yet to meet. The U.S. patent system adds the fuel of interest to the fire of genius in the discovery and production of new and useful things. If you understand what you're doing, you're not learning anything. A nation that does not honor its heroes will not long endure. I am an optimist because I don't see the point in being anything else. Freedom is not the right to do what we want, but what we ought. Your rights end where my nose begins. It is a sin to be silent when it is your duty to protest. When you make it to the top, turn and reach down for the person behind you. I will learn, the opportunity will come. God is the silent partner in all great enterprises. My dream is of a place and a time where America will once again be seen as the last best hope of Earth. Most people are as happy as they want to be. A man's legs must be long enough to reach the ground. I can make a general in 5 minutes, but a good horse is hard to replace. The people, when rightly and fully trusted, will return the trust. You must remember that some things legally right are not morally right. Violence begins where knowledge ends. The greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. The person who is incapable of making a mistake is incapable of anything. Freedom is the last best hope of Earth. No man ever got lost on a straight road. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. You can have anything you want if you want it badly enough. Think of strangers as friends you not met yet. Nothing is more damaging to you than to do something that you believe is wrong. The best way to get a bad law repealed is to enforce it strictly. The struggle of today is not altogether for today. It is for a vast future also. We should be too big to take offense and too noble to give it. The strength of a nation lies in the homes of its people. The health you enjoy is largely your choice. Let the people know the truth, and the country is safe. I have an irrepressible desire to live till I can be assured that the world is a little better for my having lived in it. The occasion is piled high with difficulty. We must rise to the occasion. Writing is the great invention of the world.